gentlemen, children of all ages, and everything in between. Hi. We're gonna play some video games, specifically Grim Dawn.
And there we go. I feel like I'm getting better hang of how to use this Go XLR thing. I hope. I go back and listen to some of my own broadcasts sometimes just to double check and see if it's playing out the way I think it is. It's never not. But there's always this moment of, did I do it right? Maybe I messed it up that time. Maybe the delay is not as good as I think it is. There's always those self-questioning moments. I've been having a lot of those lately, but you all know why. I've gone over it a couple times. The job hunt is on. It is a thing I am doing. I do have some good news, though. I actually have a second interview. I made it to the second round in one of the places I applied for. So the second round is a cultural interview, essentially. You get to meet the hiring manager for the team, and you get to spend about an hour chatting with them. Who knows what they're going to ask about? Who knows what they're going to talk about? Who knows? A lot of the time I have found with these hiring manager talks, it's going to literally just come down to, does the hiring manager like you and think your resume fits? And realistically, if you've made it past the HR person and made it to the interview, they already think your resume fits. So at that point, it's mostly just proving that you're not a jerk, really. And additionally, that your personality would work for what it is the hiring manager is looking for. Now, I've usually been on third and fourth round interviews, like in terms of what I have done. I've helped give third and fourth round interviews several times, so I have an idea what those ones are kind of like. Fourth round interviews are always weird to me, because fourth round interviews are typically meet the team. And that's like a weird one for me. Because I've been the team that is interviewing, and I didn't really like the panel fourth round interviews. They kind of always, I don't know what you actually learn from that. Like, I understand what you're supposed to learn from it. What you're supposed to learn from it is, how does this person interact with the key members of my team, and how will they do? And a lot of the time they'll set up scenarios and little tasks and tests and questions and all sorts of fun stuff. But I feel like at that point, you already know what the person's capable of. Your hiring manager already knows who they are. There's not much more you can do at this point. Like, the fourth one always felt kind of pointless to me, other than, like, I get why you do it. I just don't know that it actually gives you what you think it does, but I'm going to be doing one, hopefully. Hopefully I'll make it that far. This company that I've applied for has a 4-round process, and similar to the one I had at that I gave at my last job. And so the next thing I will do if I make it through this interview this coming week will probably be a code test of some sort. Now, some people use Leet Code, some people use Code Signal, some people prepare their own tests that you have to go through. I know I preferred that. I didn't like using Leet Code or Code Signal just because, unfortunately, everybody knows that. And so they go study them. They go do practice exams, and they always do pretty well for it. So, realizing that, I just wrote my own. And I think my favorite one was, I wrote a heavily obfuscated Java program that had an outcome. It would always print the same sentence if you did it right. And the sentence was always very simple. It was always some form of welcome to the team, or welcome to the company, or welcome to the division. There was something. I even did one that was, welcome to company name here. And it was surprising how often people got those wrong, but I never really cared if they got it right or wrong. That was never the point. Anyways, I don't really know where I'm going with this other than just talking about my week to come. I had to pick out all the times I could be interviewed this coming week for this cultural interview. It's always nervous for me to meet new people. I mean, I'm a software developer. I don't do people. There's a reason I chose this career. And so I'm actually somewhat nervous about this interview, just because it's always going to be difficult for me to do these kinds, just because it involves sitting and talking with someone I don't know for an hour about whatever they want to talk about, however they want to talk about it, to decide if I go on to the code test. And it's not going to be easy. Like, I know after that interview, and then you have the code test, that's where you go to the shortlisting. Once you're on the short list, it really will come down to what the team thinks and what the manager's feeling from your test and, like, hiring interview. I've seen people get stopped at the hiring manager interview, though. And that usually means you're kind of not a good person. Or it's clear to the hiring manager that, like, the skills you present on your resume are not necessarily the truth. Now, I have been fooled before. I've been part of, like I said, round 3 and 4 interviews, and I had found out that someone who I interviewed, they had a spouse who worked in the same company as I did, just a different division. And they did exceedingly well on the interview, and everything was going very well. They did, in fact, get hired. We later found out after they quit, because they weren't able to do the job, that during the code test and during the 4th round interview, their spouse was actually listening in on the call and in a chat with them on their laptop, because we allow open laptop to do this stuff. Number one, it's all video call based driven anyways, and all of our tests were open book anyways. Like, I don't mind if you have to look stuff up. That's fine. Like, every developer in the world looks stuff up. Being able to research is part of the position. Like, if you don't know the answer, you need to be able to go look it up and find it and implement it correctly. What we weren't anticipating was that, yeah, it seems like, and we can't prove it, it seems like the spouse was actually on the line as well, listening in and feeding him the answers in, like, Discord. And it was just, it showed so quickly once the guy actually started work. And I understand better now why there's 3rd and 4th round interviews, just because of that. But I still don't quite think they're going to achieve the goal that people think they will. Anyways, I've been rambling for like 7 minutes now. Let's get to the game. I had some troubles with it earlier, but it looks like they're largely resolved. I was having some issues getting Grim Dawn to be detected. I'm not really sure what happened there. Usually there's no problem, but when I booted up OBS and got the game started, there's always a little bit of lag until it renders. You guys have seen it before. And usually after a couple seconds of just playing around the screen and giving it something new to render, and like it sends off a render command of some sort, OBS picks it up. Well, there was like a 5-minute period during my setup where nope, it just refused to detect Grim Dawn. And given that I have a red status light on my motherboard right now, there's a part of me that's just keeping an eye on my computer. Anyway, so where we left off, I had just arrived in the swamps at the village there. What has been done since? I've explored all of the swamps, and I've picked up a couple of side quests that I've mentioned before. I don't do side quests on stream. That's kind of like something for me to do in my free time to give me a game to play that isn't an MMO of some sort. You know, between Final Fantasy XIV and Genshin, I like to play some sort of ARPG, and this is what it's going to be. It is doing side quests and bounties in Grim Dawn. So, in the end, I wanted exploring all the swamps and making it to the next area where the next story quest would advance. I didn't go any further, and I managed to avoid the NPC that would advance the story quest, but now we're going to go advance it. So when we left off, we were told to find a particular village on the outskirts of the swamp and find the person in charge there. The reason we're doing this is someone in that village has stolen the witch's forest protection amulet. And they need it back. They don't care who did it. They don't care why they did it. They want it back because without it, the witches are now in a great deal of danger. And if they're in danger, so is the village. The village doesn't know and accept that, but that is the case. So, that's where we left off. They don't trust the witches, they don't like the witches don't care. Alright, so when I was doing bounties, I left from here. You can see I've got 2 quests to do. Both of them, you can see the dark brown colored ones. Those are the side quests I was working on, and I attempted to cleanse the ancient grove. It's got 5 waves. I made it to the 3rd one, and then I just proceeded to get my face rolled. I haven't even tried this one because you guys remember that Bastion of Chaos place we went to last stream? Well, I got news for you. It's got a chthonic door as well, and on the other side of that is one of those challenge areas. I have a hard enough time clearing that area without it being challenge mode. And so when I looked at them wanting me to go in there to do it, I was like, you know what? I'm good. I'll keep that quest until I level up a bunch. We went into into a challenge area that was lower level than me, and I still had to be careful. So, we're off to Barrowholme to talk to the guy who runs the city to find out if he knows who stole part of that ward. Put that back on. So I found out why my spirit was draining so quickly. Having 2 auras on triples your consumption, it feels like, and also slows your regeneration. So pick an aura and leave it at that. Also, this particular aura, it seems, the more I dodge, so 3 active energy costs. So unless you have really high energy regeneration, which I don't, you're screwed. I would say only put that on when you know you're in danger. Alright, so here's the dude.
Welcome, traveler. I hope the day finds you great fortune. Do stay for a bit if you need a rest.
Who stole it? Looking for the Ugnabog fetish.
Oh, cutting right through the formalities then.
Yup.
And if it so happens that we have in our possession this thing you seek, why should we just hand it over? I'm afraid if you want something from us, then we are going to need something from you.
You know what? I'm actually gonna offer to help them out. They're filthy thieves, but there's no reason not to help them out. Like, they took it for a reason.
Glad you agree. It's true. We do have this relic.
I kind of figured.
In exchange for some trivial assistance. Things I'm sure you will have no trouble undertaking. Speak to my friends Tybald and Jordan. And once I've heard back from them, I shall give you what you seek.
Alright, I'll speak to him. I was pretty ready to end him. Not gonna lie. Tybald? It's too bad Scorv said you are to be left alive. You look like you could at least put up a fight before I gutted you. Scorv said I should help you. Scorv must see something in you I don't, but very well. It's a harmless task I have for you, though I cannot guarantee your safety. Yeah, what is it? Surrounding the village, there are 6 warding totems that have been crafted by a shaman many years ago. We owe much of Barrowholme's survival and beauty to the protection those totems afforded us. However, 3 of them have recently been damaged, and we now risk the bog overtaking what remains of our home. If you wish to help us, then please step out into the Underbog, or Ugdenbog, on the outskirts of Barrowholme, and restore the totems that had fallen. Do this for us, and I am certain Scorv will give you whatever you want in exchange. Believe it or not, I'm fine with that. Hey. It's Jordith.
A blessed welcome, traveler.
So I'm told that you and Scorv have come to an agreement. Rather unusual, but I'm happy to serve as he wishes.
Scorv said you needed some help.
Why, yes. It's a small matter of growing our numbers. Otherwise, we may not be able to sustain ourselves. Travelers around these parts are rare nowadays, made all the worse by the spreading aether fire to the north. But another obstacle is the rampaging cannibals in the northern Ugdenbog. Please, do us a favor. Seek out the camps of those bloodthirsty fiends, and rescue any survivors still drawing breath.
Yeah, sure. Believe it or not, I don't mind doing that. Okay. Don't have anything else for us right now. So, we've already uncleared most of this area. We know one of the wards is there. So that's good news. I'm kind of happy I clear these areas out before I start stream. Because one thing I don't enjoy very much... Oh, here we go. Hi there. I hate these things. I already have some of that bile, but I keep having it drop, but I can't pick it up. Let's pick the sword. Sword's back online. One up there, down there. Alright, easy enough. Ooh, that was some lag. Wendigo ward. I didn't see what it did, but I'm assuming it's just because I fixed that ward. Oh look, cannibals! There's lots of those guys around here. Dime a dozen. Oh, spirits. I still don't understand how my weapon is able to hurt these things. Like, these are the most plain Jane of weapons that you can find. These aren't even magical. Like, if these were legends or rares, fine, I might accept. Okay, so what does this ward do? Created by the denizens of Barrowhome to ward off the evils of the Ugdenbog. Still have no quest to do anything with that stuff. I have a bunch of it in my inventory. Alright, so the next one up north out of town. I always forget that those things explode. We also need to check out up north anyways, so this kind of works out. Oh, it's down there. Alright. Let's give them a little surprise. The best things about the cannibals is that they do just run up and surround you, which just means I get to use that blade, ring of steel thing. Alright, wards are reactivated. God, my quest list is getting a little bit long. Alright, so we need to look for captured people. For a little while I had a weapon that would steal spirit, and that was actually really helpful. Ah, this altar. I've fought in here a couple times, but we can't do anything with it yet. But every time I've come here, although apparently not this time, there has been some sort of boss monster. I was kind of hoping there would be one again. Right. Alright, nothing too exciting here. But we may, throughout the run of the stream, need to come back here, so at least now it's cleared out. Okay. So, we'll check the northeast, I think, first. We'll go northeast, because I know when I cleared out that area, I saw a lot of cages. So we'll use that area as the next spot we're kind of going. Oh, I remember the first time I came down here, I was so freaked out by the green haze. I was like, uh-oh, poison fog. There's been a couple of levels where that was what the green haze meant. And so I was super wary for quite a while. All right. Cannibal Town. Oh, I don't want to stand in this stuff. I'd like out, please. Okay, there are no people in there. Like, I don't know if these ones are cannibals or if it's all just Wendigos here. Oh, there's some people. You're free. I come from Barrowhome, nearby. There's a settlement in this hellhole? You know what? I don't care where we go at this point. Just please get us out of here. It's fine, whatever. Get us to safety. Alright, off you go, folks. Silly cannibals. Did you really think you stood a chance? That looks like a big treasure. What do we got? Anything? It was not a big treasure. It was a disappointing at best treasure. Okay. The travelers in northeastern. Well, we're working on it. I hate these plants so very much. All right, so where in northeastern are they? Okay, if I was keeping prisoners, where would I keep them? Well, probably a place surrounded by Wendigos, I think. Oh, yeah. This looks about right. Whew, there's a lot of you. There were no people here. Much to my surprise. Unfortunate. Wait, did it say northeastern? Shoot. I thought that's what we would have just cleared. So we freed the ones in northern, but where's northeastern? These are the ones we freed, and they're calling that northern. Could they mean the mines? Oh, I don't want to go in the mines. The mines were nasty. Something tells me we're going in the mines. Oh well. We'll check down here first, but I think we're unfortunately going into the mines. Not something I'm happy about, though. I already have one of those. Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and say that it's probably the mine. Let's find out. Let's see if there's any survivors in here. I know this place is full of cannibals. Cannibals and ghosts and bugs. So I had a bad time in here last time. I get overwhelmed a couple times. I didn't die, but there are a couple spots where you will get overwhelmed pretty fast. Speaking of, they're dying a lot faster, but I have leveled up a couple times since then. At least there's that. Now, last time there was a treasure chest up there, but not this time, I guess. Well, can't blame me for looking. I think this leads down towards the boss area. Well, there's a chest that we can blow open, so that's something. Man, that ring of steel is just fantastic. Now let's blow this thing open. Anything? Not really. So down there was a boss last time. So we're gonna go check that out. Once we get there, as a precaution, I'll probably open a portal up. Just because, you know, these things like to go wrong on me. Hey, dynamite. I'll take dynamite. Stop that. Stop spitting poison at me. It's rude. Okay. So. This is one of those spots I got swarmed last time. And there was 2 different bosses in this general area. There was one here. Not this time, it seems. And one at the end of this little rock maze. Again, you can kind of see how this area sets you up to get swarmed. Did that just say hallowed ground? It's an interesting item name. Yeah, like, because the more you walk around, the more these things come up out of the ground. Okay, we'll deal with that in a bit. Once we know we've made this place safe, we'll deal with that. And I suspect it's not going to be safe for a little bit. Alright. Of course. Now, another thing I want to say, I am highly distracted today. Not because of the interview stuff I was talking about, but because of something else. This area that I live in has had bad weather for like a month now. And for the first time in several months, we have had multiple days of sun. It's wild because I wasn't expecting any sun. And there's a part of me that really wants to go out on my trike right now. And I hope you can all understand that. The heck is a Blazeguard Arbiter? Oh, that's a pretty cool shield. It's no good to us, but it's a pretty cool shield. Yeah, let's get rid of these oranges. We don't keep those. That's not for us. We don't deal in oranges in this game. There we go. Now, I've mentioned many times that I'm a big VTuber fan. A lot of different VTubers I like, a lot of different companies I like. It's pretty well known. I don't hide it. I don't shy away from that piece of information. But what I am kind of sad to say is today's not a great day for a lot of VTuber fans. Some very popular members of Niji-Sanji EN unfortunately just graduated today. And there's more coming according to them. Oh, that's bad. We don't like that. Oh, I remember this thing now. We played Ring Around the Rosie with it to beat it last time. Because he keeps dropping those little burning rings, and that's his big damage. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Once I realized that you can't fight him standing still, he wasn't so bad to deal with, though. Okay, so, unfortunately, so far, we haven't seen any hide nor hair of prisoners. And that's bad. Because we were expecting to. But, we're not done yet. There's still a bunch of this area we can explore. If it turns out they're not here, then I need some clarification on what the heck they mean by northeast, because we covered most of Ugdenbog at this point. At least the part around the village. So I'm not sure what they would be referencing after that point. Hello. Just coming over to say hello there, Mr. Beasties. Well, looking like this ain't the place, folks. Let's keep looking though. We'll find them. I mean, I could look all this up. This stuff's all covered. There's maps upon maps explaining all the different spawn locations. I don't like going to those unless I have to. Alright, so we can kind of try along here. But after that, I'm not sure what they mean by northeastern Ugdenbog. There's not a whole lot of spots left. You could try in the village itself, I suppose. Yeah, let's just keep an eye out for cannibals. You don't tend to find them down in the actual swamps, though. You find a lot of these guys. And I know that's not what we're looking for. Okay, so that wasn't it. I'm not getting my cardinal directions wrong. This is east, right? Over here. So northeast would have, in theory, been this one. But there were no people there. This could be it. Nope. This ain't it either. Wait a minute. All the way down there? How is that northeastern Ugdenbog? What? That can't be right. That can't be the people. Nathan and Maureen. Let's go for it. Let's see if that's the people. I think those might be rovers. I'm actually going to be a little bit upset if that's it. Come on, game. Don't do this to me. Don't make me run all the way down there for this. Oh, this is going to be a good time. wasn't that a party? Well, it is an area where the cannibals are hanging out. And yep, there's the quest marker. So that might be what we're looking for. Hey, the Coven respects me for killing ghosts. Who you gonna call, I guess? Though probably they don't mind me killing these cannibals either. You're free. I somehow just walked through that. Have mercy, help us escape. It'll be okay, I come from Barrelholm, nearby. Our prayers have been answered. Thank you, stranger. I'll get you there via Riftgate. What? No, that's not going to work. We're not getting out of here from one fire to jump into another. I promise you it's much safer than traversing the bog. Marine hesitates. All right, anything to be anywheres but here. Go. Who does that? Who gets told, hey, I'm here to save you, and then goes, whoa, 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 hold on, not like that, you won't. Who does that? It's the dumbest thing you can do. Somebody's actually here trying to help you, save you from frickin' cannibals, and you're just like, well, wait, hold on. Not like that. Giant enemy crab, hit it in the weak spot for massive damage. God, I haven't played that in forever. That meme persists. And it's funny, when I first saw it, like when I first was exposed to that game, I didn't think anything of it. I really didn't. And then it became a meme and I still didn't think anything of it. I couldn't get why it was so funny. And to this day, there's a part of me that just kind of... I get the meme a little bit better now because of the absurdity of it all, but there's still a part of me that just doesn't... I guess I'm desensitized to how frickin' weird games can be sometimes. I've been playing video games since I was like 5 years old, so I guess at this point, their absurdities just seem like normal to me, but I've always kind of wondered how I sound to your standard outsider to gaming. I'm just gonna have a sip of my coffee here.
The travelers you rescued arrived just before you returned. I must thank you for your aid. It seems it was not going to be long before they became food for those savages. They'll be much better suited here.
Seemed like the right thing to do.
The Great One will take note of what you did this day. I'm sure of it. I'll let Scorv know that you've done us all a great service.
Great, so where are the survivors?
They were so terrified, those poor things. We took them inside the cellars to get some fresh clothes, feed them a bowl of orange soup, and get them rested for tomorrow.
The cellars, that sounds great. That sounds really great.
A blessed welcome, traveler.
Blessed day, friend. May we all bask in the Great One's glory.
So they're talking about a Great One and putting people in cellars. How are the survivors doing?
Oh, they've been absolutely great, filling their roles in our little village just fine. We've been starved for some fresh arrivals until you came.
I don't like the way these guys are talking.
I see that the warding aura surrounding Barrowholm appears to have been restored. So you're good for something. I'll go ahead and give Scorv the word that you can be trusted. Seems we won't be spilling your blood today. Maybe you can make yourself useful once more.
Sure, what is it?
There is a matter of blood and carnage that awaits us. But Scorv will not let me leave the village unguarded, so it falls to you. Just to the east, there is an old mine that provided jobs for the people of Barrowholm for generations. You'll have your How to Cook Man. What was the name of the book? Oh, it was in
Silence of the Lamb, there was a book that they reference a couple of times to hint at what's going on. Oh, it's not coming to me. Anyways, that just popped in my head as soon as you said that.
Maybe they'll serve me with some fava beans and a nice Chianti. Okay. Just to the east, there is an old mine that had provided jobs for the people of Barrowhome for generations. Its resources are now mostly dried up. But we've since used the abandoned tunnels to store emergency supplies. It seems that something has broken through the sealed entrance and is now wreaking havoc on our food stores. We cannot allow this to happen. Go into the mine to the east of Barrowhome and exterminate whatever vermin had found their ways inside, and I shall see to it that some of our supplies are shared with you.
Oh, I already wrecked that place.
Really? You're quite the eager butcher. I like that. I'm starting to see why Scorv kept you around. Here, these materials should prove useful to you. You should feel fortunate. It's not exactly easy to scrounge up that much scrap in a bog.
Cool. Thanks. Alright, Scorv. I did what you wanted. Oh, they've got a bounty table even.
I am so pleased that we could come to an understanding, rather than resorting to needless bickering. As promised, my stash is open. You're welcome to take the finish.
Anything else I can do to help?
I am thoroughly pleased to hear that you've been mingling among our people.
The music is much louder than the voice. This is weird.
Society outsider. However, not all are as willing to accept our master's visions for this region as you are.
Your master?
Yes, our protector, our guiding star through the tumultuous chaos. Once we were lost and dying. The bog threatened to consume us. But the Wendigo spirit showed us another way.
The Wendigo spirit.
Now, the Wendigo spirit is ancient manifestation of life itself. It has protected us for generations. All for a little harmless worship.
Harmless.
You describe the uglier side of things, yes, but do not take the flesh-crazed as representation of the greater picture. They are but a symptom of a world that is sick. We are the true chosen of Ravager. We have been uplifted, as can you be.
So what was the problem?
We've always had tense relations with the nearby gathering of witches, but so long as we stayed to our sides of the bog, we generally had no issues. In many ways, we are just as much outcasts as they are. And so we've had somewhat of a...
I don't know if I like where this is going.
but there is one among them known as Laria the Hexer, who does not respect our little...
Oh, you can't hear the game?
Unlike her sisters, she lives within Ugden Bog itself, and from it she weaves eldritch magic in order to subdue our master's plan.
Is it just too loud?
It was her who damaged our totems. High time her meddling is ended. Find the den of this witch and deal with her for good.
Uh-oh. Because if you can't hear the game, that's bad news for me.
Yes, our protector, our guiding star through the tumultuous chaos.
We'll talk later. I don't know how I feel about this Wendigo spirit thing. Because I'm seeing desktop audio. Oh, that is weird. Give me a moment. If I make this too loud, I'll deafen myself. Okay, can you hear that moving around? My voice is clear, but can you hear the sound as I move my mouse back and forth across the buttons. There should be a clicking sound when I do that. If not, then I need to turn it up even more. Light click sounds. On my end, they're a bit loud. We'll put it to there, but that's going to be a rough for me. I'm going to take the overall music volume down just a bit and then leave the ambient down. Dialogue can stay there and voice can stay... Oh, we don't do that. We don't do in-game voice here. Okay. Let's try that. Oh, that is so loud for me. Oh, no. Oh, that is absolutely heckin' deafening. We're going to turn that down just a little bit. That's still pretty loud, but we can make this work. Okay, we're heading back to the Coven.
You've returned. Are you ready to complete our bargain?
That thing is now louder than me. Here it is, as promised.
You chose to negotiate with the thieves. That is your business. All that matters is that the fetish is back in our hands. Now, for our end of the deal.
All right, what do we do next?
In now forgotten times, our kind used to travel to Ugdumbog in order to perform dark bindings at the altar of Ratosh. The altar has not seen use.
We'll talk to her again in a second. Sound effects sounds good. Music's now a bit loud. We'll turn music down a bit more. And I'll ting the master just a little bit lower.
In now forgotten times, our kind used to travel to Ugdumbog in order to perform dark bindings at the altar of Ratosh. The altar has not seen use in decades, and now lies forgotten on the northern edge of the bog.
Yeah, I know where that is.
It is a place where the veil between realities is at its thinnest. The altar of Ratosh is a rare place in Cairn where one can pierce the veil.
Piercing
I've
the
marked
veil.
Ogren's keepsake with the runes of seeking. Place it upon the altar, and a way into the void should be revealed. Whether you find your friend alive on the other side, or just his tainted bones, that I do not know. But the void may offer you more than just salvation for Olgrim. Once it had served as a means of traversing great distances, though not always with predictable results.
I don't like the sounds
If
of
the
that.
cult of Cthon had opened rifts near Malmouth, then perhaps you can use the void as a tunnel. While I cannot promise you success, it is perhaps your only chance of bringing back Olgrim and reaching Malmouth. Seek out the altar of Ratosh in the northern reaches of Ugdumbog, beyond Barrelholm. I wish you luck.
All right, sounds good. But first, why don't you use this anymore? Okay, we can do that.
In now forgotten times, the altar of Ratosh is a rare place in... That is a tale steeped in myths and legends. But I suppose we learned the hard way to steer clear of the dark promises of that altar.
The dark
No
promises.
sister dares approach it. You may not like what I offer, but I assure you, there is no other way.
Into the jaws of madness. She has another quest for me.
Now that you have what you came for, I was wondering if we could do more for one another.
Does this lady realize I'm an Inquisitor? I mean, an Inquisitor and a Nightblade, so I'm not exactly a clean Inquisitor.
Ever since the Ugdumbog fetish was stolen from us, our wards have weakened and some of our protective spells have even failed us. To put it simply, we are exposed out here, and that makes us uncomfortable.
Well, I have a bunch of that.
We have plans to restore our wards. But for that, we require new materials. If you are willing to assist the Coven, with compensation for your efforts, of course, we will require some more exotic ingredients.
Oh, I have
First,
many exotic ingredients.
We require venom gaze bile from the basilisks in Ugdenbog.
Got a lot of that?
Only the mature ones will do, as the venom must be extra potent. Secondly, and this one may prove to be a bit of a risk, is the horn from a leaf mane alpha.
Oh, I've got all of these.
Fiercely territorial, so be careful. Lastly, we will require a rare herb known as the Ugdenbloom.
Got that too.
You may find it growing out in the bog, but sometimes they grow atop Ugdenbog golems.
Kind of figured.
Will
Okay.
you do this
We'll
for
turn the
us?
music down more. Okay. Options, audio, music. You're a bit much. All right. Let's go into our stash.
Safe storage, no questions
Okay,
asked.
what do we got? We got the leaf mane alpha horn. We got the venom gaze bile. We're looking for Ugdenbloom. I believe I have a few of those. There we go.
I'll hold on to that for you.
I'm sure you will. Here you go.
Do you have the materials we seek?
Yeah, you're there.
Perfect. These are just what we need. You continue to be a service to the Coven, for which we thank you. But though we now have the materials we require, there is a threat that not even our wards will be able to protect us from. Care to assist us?
All right, what is it?
Deep beneath Ugdenbog, a vast network of caverns and roots traverses the entire region.
Okay.
We call it the Undergrowth. Centuries ago, a single seed sprouted roots within those caverns. It grew to become a massive creature
I think I know what
known
this
as
is.
Silvaria. She has become twisted and rotten after all these years.
I explored this
Her
cave
black
already.
roots spread out across the undergrowth, breaching the surface and marring the land.
I had a bounty to
It is
kill
only a
Silvaria
matter
once
of
already.
time before she reaches the Coven. She must be pruned and new plant life be allowed to thrive within Ugdenbog. Find the entrance to the undergrowth
This
up in
fight is
Ugdenbog
hard.
and deal with this threat.
Oh, I have already dealt with this aberration.
Good. Perhaps in time new plant life will sprout from her remains.
Cool.
That brings a healthy balance to the ecosystem. Our matron, Malostria, will be pleased to hear this news. In fact, she has been inquiring about you. You should speak to her when you get an opportunity.
I'm surprised it remembered the fact that I killed that thing on a different play session.
You will find her below us, at the center of the refuge. She is usually tending to the ritual circle we will need to restore our wards.
Oh, so that's your matron. She's been really rude to me in the past. Makes sense, I'm an inquisitor.
Our matron, Malostria, has requested to speak with you. I would not keep her waiting.
All right. I think their matron's the only one who figured out that I'm Inquisitor and a Nightblade, which probably looks really suspicious when you think about it. You know, Inquisitors being the church's way of dealing with heretics in the Warhammer universe, since this is the Warhammer universe. And Nightblade on that, which means an assassin on top of it, so she's no wonder she's been a little like, yeah, I don't want you here.
Goradia speaks of your accomplishments as if they are meant to impress me. Tell me, young one, are you prepared to do what must be done?
I'm a Nightblade?
At least you are determined.
I kill things?
Very well. One of our own has become tainted by the false promises of the Wendigo
I've already
spirit
dealt
ravager.
with this traitor.
She has lost her way, and now weaves dark rituals within Ugdenbog. A witch as powerful as Janaxia cannot be allowed to
I guess she doesn't know that I already had a bounty to
manipulations of the
murder
Wendigo.
Janaxia.
All attempts at reasoning with her have failed. Only one option remains. Seek out Janaxia's hut, hidden underneath one of the great trees. of
Interestingly enough, that dungeon's
and
not marked.
eliminate her.
Most dungeons are marked on the map. There was no marking for that one. I just saw the blue highlight and stepped in.
It appears Goradia was right about you. Here.
I have a bunch of
A
these.
little gift in return.
Anything else you need?
Yes. I'm beginning to see your purpose in our coven.
There are worse
You will
heretics
be
than
the
you guys.
catalyst we require to restore our protective wards. But are you prepared for what that entails?
Depends. What is it?
Not far from the refuge, within Ugdenborg itself, the Coven had prepared 3 ritual sites in order to focus our energies toward the focal point.
I hope this
The
isn't going to turn around and be
rune
another thing I
circle
already
you
did.
See before me. With the destruction of the fetish, the circles have become unstable, turning into
I'm probably gonna have already done
unintentional
this.
spirit traps. If we are to recreate the warding ritual our sisters used decades ago to protect this place, then we must cleanse the circles.
I got some
That
magic
is
erasers,
where
Mr.
you
Clean.
come in. My magic will protect you against the fiends, but you will be the one to banish them forever. Are you prepared?
If they can be hurt with swords, I'll do it. Okay. I guess that's what we're doing now. Into the forest. Eastern circle, northern circle, and western circle. So let's find the western, I guess. Anything show up on the map? No, that would be too easy. Spirit totem. Just gonna read that again. I'm not really sure which part of the Ugdenbog she's referring to. That's the only problem. The Ugdenbog's kind of big. Well, whatever. We'll go south from here. And work our way back towards the Coven, see if we get any hits.
That skill's not.
That dude was spitting poison at me. So are these things.
Can't do that yet.
Come on, resurrect yourself already. I know you wanna.
That skill's not.
Enemies everywhere. I'm popular. I'm not seeing any hints that would tell me where these places are. So that's not too loud? Audio's okay? Alright, let's trip this totem. Whew. That exploded. Marauder's Justice. Interesting. I'm kind of just watching for quest markers at this point. Yeah, I'm definitely seeing some red spikes on my audio. sound effects volume, we'll drop you to here.
Can't do that.
By the way, thank you for all the help. I appreciate it, but quite a bit, Goji. So I noticed that you and a certain someone acquired a Baldur's Gate game recently. And I would just like to mention that I also have said Baldur's Gate game. You know, just in case you were at all curious about that. I know you guys are typically more into
Can't do that.
horror and spooky themed games. Whoa, that thing is big. But, you know, if it becomes a possibility in the near future that you wish to play that game in a circle of friends,
That feels not
I would actually be interested. I thought I was going to be playing it solo, but I know that both myself and Varzil have that game and have expressed a great deal of interest in it. Okay, that's a dangerous area. That's where we fought the Sylvana thing.
can't do that.
Where are these circles, I wonder? Have I been unintentionally clearing them, I wonder? Protecting me from vile spirits.
That skill's not ready.
I think I'm looking in the wrong area. I'm being honest with you. Like, I want to help her, but I have no idea where I'm supposed to look.
Can't do that yet.
Like, this whole area, like, is a fairly massive zone. It's all considered Ugdenbog. So it can be a little hard to know exactly where they want me to go. I'm probably gonna have to get a second ward.
That skill's not ready.
Well, we'll just obliterate everything we come across until we find what we're looking
That
for.
skill's not ready.
Why was that an enemy hero? There's nothing special about that.
Can't do that.
Well, I totally understand. I had planned on streaming it solo too, so that's fine, but I'm getting told by a lot of people that Baldur's Gate, you're gonna have a party in-game, and it'll be NPCs. And so... Oh, here we go. Oh, and the boss. Okay, so that one cleansed the northern one. Okay, good.
Can't do that yet.
So now we're going east.
That skill's not ready.
But yeah, the impression I was getting from some of my friends who've played a lot of the Baldur's Gate series is that you're not really intended to play that alone. You can. You absolutely can. But the game will even try and prevent you from doing it that way. By forcing NPC teammates on you.
That skill's not ready.
Yeah, like Neverwinter Nights, exactly. Now there's another name I haven't heard in a while. One of the first games I bought when I was in university, trying to find something to replace Diablo, was I believe one of the Neverwinter Nights game. If I still had a webcam, if I was still a flesh tuber and not a PNG tuber, I'd go grab it because I still have it on my nerd shelf.
That skill's not ready.
But yeah, one of the first games I bought while I was in university and had needed something to do was Neverwinter Nights. Okay, I think this leads to the dungeon. Yeah, that's where the spirit of Mogdrogen. It's interesting. There's several avatars of Mogdrogen around the world, and one of them is actually hostile to me right now. Because there was a dialogue option that I didn't realize I had pressed that essentially challenges him. Like, you essentially accuse him of sending his people to die. And he gets a little pissed off at you for saying that. And then he says, like, he kind of warns you, like, do not presume what I do and do not do. Like, you do not know my intentions. You aren't capable of it. And then you essentially make the claim that he's sending his people to die, and he gets even more angry. And the bottom option that I accidentally clicked was to foolishly strike out at him. Whoops. It's the first physical PC game. There you go. Sims 3. That's awesome. Oh yeah, the expansions to Neverwinter Nights are what got me through my first year of university. That and an old trying to remember the word for it, multi-user dungeon called Dark Mists. Oh, I played the heck out of Dark Mists. There's something here, isn't there? God, I remember the muds. Okay, so we cleared the eastern or northern, but where's the western? I haven't found the western yet.
Can't do that.
Splat. Splat. I'm only a couple levels caught up to these things, and I'm already killing them quickly. Like, I can't take many hits. Oh, someone remembers the days. The days of the multi-user dungeons. Good old mud. Okay, so all that's left is the western one, but where the heck is the western one? Is it in the middle here? It's gonna be annoying if it was, because it was close by the whole time, but...
Can't do that yet.
Yeah, like, I get crushed damage-wise easily, but I certainly have no trouble killing these things. Ah, friggin' swamp. Swamp gas everywheres. Well, you want to know what finally pushed me into Baldur's Gate? I was mildly interested, but I wasn't like excited for it. But then they announced one class that changed my opinion. They finally announced that they were going to release the monk. And at that point, I was into it.
Can't do that yet.
Well, it's interesting because YouTube isn't telling me either way how many viewers I have. I don't have that display up. I don't like to look at my viewership numbers because a lot of the time it's zero. I get a lot of like days where just nobody shows. Some of my regulars are busy. On Sundays, I know like Verzel, one of my most regular viewers, dude's at church. He's got other places to be. Sometimes Emph has trouble working with YouTube. She tends to mostly just lurk when I'm on YouTube. And so realistically, a lot of the time my viewer counts are 0. Okay, I don't know where this final ward is. I hope it's not in a completely different zone, because that's going to be annoying.
Can't do that yet.
Like, I don't mind clearing this whole map out, but I'd rather not. Okay, game, I need you to walk around the bushes there. Well, the map doesn't even technically exist there. Okay. I should turn off my viewer numbers in Twitch. I don't. Okay, I'm thinking it's actually back this way. Okay. CRPGs are a good time. As you may have guessed, JRPGs typically are mine, but I'm always happy with just ye bread and butter ARPG. Are you kidding? It's right here.
Can't do that yet.
There, your wards are fixed. That one's right out of town. That's rude. So rude.
Have you purged the circles of power?
Yeah, it's done.
Good. I can already feel
Ooh, a skeleton
power
key.
gathering within the ritual circle. Soon we shall
Wait.
recreate the ritual at this site.
The concern I now have, since she gave me a skeleton key, is that they're going to expect me to use it in this quest. It was to the west, but she said Western Ugdenbog, not Western Coven's Refuge. Now, the concern I have is skeleton keys are used to open challenge dungeons. Is she gonna send me into one? I hope not. Anyways, let's see if that's what she asks me.
As much as you have done here, I'm not sure I can entrust you with overseeing the final stages. This is a matter for only the most trusted members
Okay,
of the
get your
Coven.
reputation up.
Don't
Got it.
take this personally.
Very well, no problem. I'll do bounties for you guys later. Okay, so first I would like some more physique because I'm getting punked on. Then 1 point there. And time to start increasing my mastery bar because I've run out of things I want at this level. And the worst thing is I don't want anything on my mastery bar until 32 in Inquisitor. So, we'll just leave that as is. What is this bound to? Blades of Wrath. Oh, nice. Belgothian Shears. Do I actually have the ability to use Belgothian Shears directly? No, it's part of Shadow Strike. Got it. Or Blades of Wrath. Okay, good to know. Alright, so I guess we're going to advance the main story since she doesn't trust us enough to advance her quest line. I'll probably grind reputation with them later. So, supposedly, by performing this ritual, we're going to potentially open up a door of hurt to ourselves. So we're going to go do it. Never gotten very far in it? I didn't think I was going to, but a buddy of mine was really intent on playing Blizzard's newest Diablo 4, and I made it very clear I'm done with Blizzard to him. And I said there's nothing wrong with him playing it, I'm not judging him, but he keeps talking to me about it, and it gets me wanting to play ARPGs, is what's happening. And so, the more he talked to me about it, the more I was like, oh man, I gotta go scratch that itch now. And I was looking for something new to play on stream anyways. And so, that's how we got here. I just wanted something new to play on streams. The ARPG fire had been lit. So, Grim Dawn it was. There's a whole wealth of content in this game. And though I've made it through a lot of it, I, you know, can always finish all of it, I'm sure. Okay, so up here is where we go to perform the ritual. We were up here earlier, so it should be empty of enemies at this point. I think this is the spot. Assuming I haven't gotten lost in the 10 seconds since I last looked at the map. There's one thing that has happened that didn't used to be the case. I used to actually be really good at directions in these games. Oh, Path of Exile's really good. Really, really, really good. The only problem is I don't enjoy any of the classes in Path of Exile as much. I played it for a little while back in the day. I got it from a friend through, I think it was like a Humble Bundle deal. I don't even know what happened to my install of it. I'm trying to remember. There just wasn't any class that really stood out to me. And so I played it for a little while and was like, this is cool, but I don't know. I don't feel slick, if that makes sense. I don't feel excited about any of the classes I'm playing. The class that did it for me for Grim Dawn is unfortunately not a very strong class in this game, but that was Inquisitor. When I started out, I started playing as Inquisitor. Then I found out that Inquisitors in this game are not very good, and said, okay, well, I need to augment it with something to make it at least passable, and Nightblade was it. And then I found out that you can combine a couple of the cool traits of Inquisitor with Nightblade to make Nightblade just more useful. So that's what I did. But I have apparently chosen, like, the two butt monkey classes of Grim Dawn. Oh well. The Altar of Ratosh. This must be the altar that Garadia spoke of. It emanates with dark power. The veil between realities truly is thin here. With Ulgrim's keepsake, you should be able to use the altar's power to determine his location within the void. Alright, here goes. Achievement unlocked, Into the Void. Okay, typically when you go through these voids, there's no teleporters allowed inside. So we're just going to leave a teleporter right outside of it. Yeah, it's a chthonic rift. Here we go. Yep, can't use teleporters in here. Oh, this is as bad as the one outside the necropolis. Good. Hello, gorgeous. The altar is a quest marker with a quest marker above it, apparently. Okay, so my usual approach to these is to just literally walk along a side to clear it out. Once we've looped around, we'll fill in the middles.
That skill's not ready.
This usually also gives me a good opportunity to get an idea where the quest marker might be.
That skill's not ready.
Oh boy, there's my popularity. Look at that. Making friends. This one's neat. So a lot of the time you'll see semblances of human houses and stuff like that. Let's see. Grim Dawn has necromancy. I believe it does. In fact, my current character as an Inquisitor is their direct enemy. I don't think it's called necromancy, but it's essentially a necromancy. Like, one of my enemies, just let me bring up my faction tree, is effectively necromancers. It is... where are they? The Order of Death's Vigil. Unfortunately, I'm an Inquisitor. They do not much care for me. I'm one of Kaiman's chosen. That skill is not an idea. Also, how's it going, buddy? Good to see you. How's players 2 and 3?
That skill's not ready.
Oh boy, this place is spicy. Oh boy. Oh
Can't
no.
do that yet.
Oh, that came back up just in time. Ooh. Ooh, spicy. This is what I get for choosing a very, very squishy class.
Can't do that yet.
I've got the damage to make them go away, but they have the damage to make me go away too. Chill Steel Redeemer. How's my inventory doing? Oh boy, inventory's getting a little full. Is that any good to me? Nope. We do have some yellows though. We don't carry yellows in this stream. That's not a thing we do. Anything? Just use that. Yeah, we're getting a little full here. We'll be all right. Not okay? No problem. Understand. I hope whatever it is, it gets better. And if there's ever anything I can do to help, if there's anything I can do to help, just say the word. I'm glad player 3 is doing okay. And I know that's probably the big concern of any parent. What is that?
Not ready.
I've not seen one of those before. Chthonian and an insect. Wow, that's a combination I didn't know was a thing. I didn't need it to be a thing, but it is apparently a thing. Why are you a thing? Why are there a lot of you?
Can't do that yet.
I suspect, based off of the fact that this area looks like a church, this is probably where I need to go. We're just gonna clear out here so I got places to run away to if that place turns out dangerous. I think next time I'm going to find a rather strong class with Demolitionists. I want to see how well Demolitionists and Inquisitor combined, because that's a lot of firepower. They both focus on guns. Okay, so this is around where I started. I suppose I already knew that the Chthonic guys touched on bugs because of these guys, but I guess I see them more as demons than bugs, but oh yeah, some of these guys are very much bugs. Ah, crap. Ow. This is why we opened the portal outside of that. Payback time. God, those things hit hard.
Can't do that yet.
Oh, now it's just you, ugly. Look at that. Look at how much damage over time that does.
That skill's not ready. Can't do that yet.
Huh. And there was still more left. Again, I have the damage to deal with them, but they have the damage to deal with me. More dots. More dots. Okay, stop dots. Stop dots. Okay, who did that? That's 50 DKP minus. There's some good old days for you. Ooh, you're a bigot.
That skill's not ready.
Hello. The meme is old, sir, but it checks out. Huh. Alright, so I guess now we're going to go into the area that looks like a church in the middle of a chthonic rift. That totally couldn't have any negative consequences. No, sir. Yeah, this is probably the greatest place I could go. Void's Edge. Oh, this place seems nice.
Can't do that.
So, nice place you got here. Can't really see well in here. Picking stuff out on the map has become tricky.
Can't do that yet.
Huh. This place is a little bit spicy. At least the loot's been good. Can't complain about the loot. If you want to lead me around in a game like this, just keep leaving trails of loot. I'll follow.
That skill's not ready.
Like, that's why I play ARPGs. I just enjoy chasing the loot piles. That's it. That's all I really wanted.
That skill's not ready.
Ow. What's down here? What have I stumbled into? Oh!
Can't do that.
I stumbled into a nest of new friends. Whole lot of new friends. That feels like a boss door.
Can't do that yet.
The bleeds that these guys hit me with are just ridiculous. Okay, we're gonna explore the rest of this area back this way. I feel like that was a boss door.
That skill's not ready.
Big arena-looking area with a gate that closes behind you. You understand my suspicion, I hope. And this looks like a hidden area. It was. Nope. Many dots, and they were handled. Many whelps as well.
That skill's not ready.
They were also handled. However, because there was an excessive amount of dots, 50 DKP minus had to be issued. No! Random door that locks behind you? No, that's not suspicious. No. Oh, this is gonna suck. Okay, let's go through the door. Hello? Anybody home? Big, unpleasant looking thing. Here we go.
Skill's not ready.
You seem nice. That's only a mild bit of sarcasm. Don't mind me.
That skill's not ready.
Could you stop breathing on me?
That skill's not ready.
Okay, I need time to recover. Oh my god, there are so many AoEs all around me.
That skill's not ready.
He's got a few levels on me. Come on, bring around the rosy ugly.
That skill's not ready. Can't do that. Can't do that.
We live! Yeah, there was a little bit of a damage spike here and there. Any random hidden treasure chests? Okay, so there's a portal of some sort here. That's encouraging. Especially considering how full my inventory is. I don't know if I want to go through it yet. Let's see what's on the other side of it first. We still got a little bit of inventory space. I can hear enemies moving, though. Oh, hi there! Ow! Holy heck! He's got a whole family!
That skill's not ready.
Okay, well. Plot twist, that was just stage 1 boss.
That skill's not ready.
I would not be shocked by that. Portal to final boss, huh? It would not be the first time this game has pulled something like that on me. Like, when I went to go fight the boss of the last act, I wasn't expecting how quickly I was going to wind up going against him. I fought one guy that was kind of a boss, and I was like, oh, that wasn't so bad. And then a portal opened, and then I was face to face with a rather horrific looking chthonic being, who didn't seem too happy about my presence. And it took up most of the room. Okay, there's something up there that's quest related, so I'm just gonna look around a little bit first. Well, I'll be damned, Ulgrim lives. Hey, buddy.
Is that you, Mother? I'm
No.
sorry, but I'm afraid I won't make it to dinner. I'm just so tired. Too tired.
Seriously, do I sound like your mother? Because if so, can I meet your mother? Snap
As
out of
you
it, Ulgrim.
command. My Emperor, your son, lives. I made certain of it. He is safe in a secure location, of which only I know. Your line will live on, beyond this tragedy. I swear it.
Your Emperor commands you to stand.
Wait. My mind is clearing of some haze. You're not the Emperor. You are an imposter. Why are you lying to me? Speak or meet my blade.
Ulgrim, you're in the void.
The void? That's ridiculous. Nothing living survives in the void. Are you an agent of Chthon, here to lure me into a trap? I'll have you know I am well experienced in the art of murder.
Ulgrim, what happened to you?
An unfortunate accident, my Emperor.
I'm not your emperor.
I'm
We just
afraid
went
my
over
left
this.
arm will take some time to heal, but it should not impede my duties. It is not a concern that should rise above the threats to the Empire, however.
Logorian did that to you?
The Logorian and I had ourselves our final dance.
I see that.
I mostly took the lead, but he proved to be a handful of a partner. Together we made a royal mess of this place.
I mean, I see
I'm
that
sorry
too.
for the trouble. I'll happily pay the cleaning fees.
So it's dead for good?
Why, I certainly hope so. How many times do you have to kill a bastard before he stays down?
Ulgrim, you have to listen to me. You're in trouble.
Ah, trouble. She and I go way back.
Oh, my
Way
word.
back. Did you know I slept with the Grand Inquisitor's wife once? She was a plump one, but feisty.
Ulgrim, that's probably not something you should be telling people. I don't care how rough of a day you've had, you should keep that to yourself. Bearing in mind that I am also an Inquisitor. What happened
The
here?
Logorian and I had ourselves our final dance.
Okay.
I mostly took the lead, but he proved to be a handful of a partner, as you command.
Snap out of it.
My Emperor, your son, lives. I made certain of it.
Hang in, Ulgrim. I'm coming back. I'm gonna wreck some stuff if I can, and I can't. The heck do I do with this guy? You.
Is that you, Mother? I'm sorry, but I'm afraid I won't make it to dinner. As you command. My Emperor, your son, lives. Ulgrim. I haven't gone by that name in so many
There we go.
years. How do you know this name?
Your friend, and I'm here to help you. It's the name you gave me back in Burwich.
Burwich. There's nobody living left in Burwich. You must be another memory, haunting me in my nightmares. Be gone!
I'm your friend, Ulgrim.
Yes, I think I remember now. The void. It clouds my mind. Fills my every waking thought
Hit with the
horrors
pan.
beyond imagination. But if you're
Don't
here
tempt
too,
me, Goji.
how will we get out?
Through me, the pan would wield great power. But through me, it would do such terrible things. We'll take the void to Melmoth.
To Malmouth. Last I passed through there, it had fallen to the Ethereals, and it wasn't a pretty sight. But if you need to get there, then there must be a good reason. Though I can't say I understand why you risked coming for me, if that's the priority. Not that I don't appreciate it.
You're cut off by the Aether Fire. The only way is through the void.
I see. Then the only way forward is deeper. I'm afraid I'm thoroughly spent and won't be much use to you in a fight. If we're going to get out of here, you'll need to clear a path.
Oh, I can
Don't
do
worry
that.
about me. I will join you through the shadows. Gods know there's plenty of those here.
I've noticed that too. Okay. More. So, this map's about to get bigger. Oh,
Can't do that yet.
wouldn't even wait for me to finish checking my inventory.
That skill's not ready.
The worst thing is there are no portals here. I gotta be careful what I pick up from this point forward. Let's double check and see if I have any yellows so we can throw them out. Nope. Okay. Well, that's good to know.
Can't do that yet.
Whew. Spicy. Like, the game already made me fight a boss. Why is it making me run through this place
That
too?
skill's not ready.
Ow.
Can't do that yet.
You've never been this far in the game? Nope, you cannot portal here. Look where my little pointer is. No portals in the void areas. You may not portal. You may only use rifts to get in and out. And you don't know where they're gonna put you.
That skill's not ready. Can't do that yet.
You have no idea, and the game ain't gonna tell you.
Can't do that yet. That skill's not ready.
Don't leave.
Can't do that yet.
They left. Diablo Immortal. What, you don't have a cell phone? I love that reference. God, Diablo Immortal. What a shit show that was. Oh no, I don't like that. That's too many.
That skill's not ready. That skill's not ready.
There we go. We're all right. We're all right. Get as much of this place cleared out as we can. Yeah, so in any of the chthonic rifts, nope, none of your portals work. One of the builds I was looking at, because this is what I did in, okay, that's a boss. In Diablo back in the day, was, I know sorcerers are considered quite strong in this game. Like the caster classes. Okay, that's not good. And I was thinking about doing like what I did in Diablo 3 with the wizard, which was the Phoenix Wizard. Now, this doesn't exactly exist in this game, but one of the things that I like to do with the Phoenix Wizard was they had a lot of AoE. They had a lot of AoE. But anyways, that's why we opened the portal close to that. And the other thing that the Phoenix Wizard had was with the right equipment set, you could resurrect yourself. If you did it right. Alright, so we've got a long way to go. Oh, I just realized I could have... Here, let's go back and see if this will let me out. We're gonna go clear out our inventory. Oh, it does work. Nice. Okay. Coven's Refuge. Okay, vendor.
I'll give you a good price on what I've got left.
I'm sure you will. That's a yellow. We can sell those. Okay, is that any good to me? No. I don't use those. We're just gonna clear out as much as we can before we dive back in there. You gotta sell all the things, clear out the mini inventory slots. Okay. Two-handed weapon. You better than my current one? Not even close. Ooh, you're almost as good as my current one, and I do like hammers, but you're not quite as good. I don't use those. It is better. But I still like some of the benefits that one gives me. It's not even as good as what I've got. It's getting to the point where even greens are starting to very rarely be upgrades for me. And I don't know how I feel about that. Now, I know I'm not playing the most intelligently either, in the sense of the first thing I look at is what does it do to my damage per second. This is meant to be a somewhat squishy class, so I do think about that. Get all that stuff in there. Sort it. Yeah, let's get rid of that. I don't usually keep more than 4 of those. I don't keep any of those. Sort it again. And one last time with feeling. Okay, can't use that. Don't use those. What's this? Okay, that so heavily outpaces what I currently have that we're gonna go with it. Okay, it's a two-hander. Any good? Nope. Bum, bum, bum. Shields are no good to me. I did see an interesting build for Inquisitors that uses shields, but unfortunately, I'm not keen on them. It was like a pistol and shield build. It was so weird for me. Oh, that is better, but it doesn't really do anything for me that I want, so we'll leave it for now. We'll skip that. What do you got? Not as good. I wish that was a replacement. The idea of running around with a flail like that is just appealing. Okay. Not an upgrade. That's neat. That's an axe? Interesting. Whew, that page is full. If it's got an X in it, I'll probably just ignore it. Ooh. That's actually pretty good. Yeah, I think I saw that there was something similar to the Phoenix build, and Occultist is essentially Sorcerer, but I didn't delve into it too deeply. And the only reason I might not do that is, number one, that's what I did in Diablo 3 when I wasn't playing on my monk. But is it better than in the aggregate? I don't care. Ooh, Vigor and Word of Renewal are also good to me. Both of those are good for me. We're just gonna hold on to those for now. More Wendigo spirits. Alright, how's the inventory looking now? Looking pretty good. Let's go.
See you around.
And drop that stuff into my stash. And then we'll go back in. Make
Safe
all the
storage.
friends.
No questions asked.
There we go. Now dump those right there. And dump you right there. All of you too. We can probably drop that right there. More skeleton keys. Do I not have any? I thought I did. Alright, we'll just hold on to that. Ethereal Missive. I found this and I have no idea what to do with it. I guess we'll just put it in here for now. No, we'll hold on to it. The second I put it away, I'm going to find out I need it for something. Okay, so that's a level 65 one. I think my 65 stuff goes here. You're also level 65. Hey, what do you know? It's all 65. Okay, you're level 50. You would go in this stack. And you're also level 50, so you can also go in that stack. There we go. Properly sorted inventory. You can check if you want. I'm not too worried about it right now.
I'll keep an eye on this.
I found it a while ago. It's just been sitting in my inventory. It's not really bothering me. I have 4 pages of, you know, inventory, so. Alright, let's go reclaim our corpse so we can get our experience back, and then continue to mow the way out of this place. But God, it's beautiful! Yeah, sign me up. Once you clear out all the demons, this place is kind of nice. Oh, you're talking about my inventory. I suppose that's beautiful too. Everyone is beautiful in their own way. Okay, so up there we didn't go to, so we're gonna go to just to see if there was anything here that was of value. Oh, just a little angry boy. Okay. So. Oh, I love that screeching sound right in my ears. Yes. Okay, got that back.
That skill's not ready.
Okay.
Can't do that yet.
Okay. Oh, how you like that? Powered Manifestations, or Manifestarius. It's probably based off of that name, something I can't use. Okay. It's an Airbnb. Oh, this place looks friendly. It was not friendly. They didn't even offer me any tea. I mean, I've got coffee here beside me. They probably assumed, but still, it was rude. Okay. You know, if it weren't for all the hell beasts, this place wouldn't be that bad. I bet you it's always warm. At least. You know, like, year-round. Not true, I prefer the cold, but... Oh, that hurt.
That skill's not ready.
But, you know, beggars can't be choosers. Hey, Varzel, how's it going, buddy? As you can see, we're hanging out in a really nice, friendly place on a Sunday.
Can't do that.
That's the place you want to think about on a Sunday. You know? I'm pretty sure they have classes on places like this on Sundays. Treasure! I thought something looked weird about that. Okay, is there anywhere we didn't explore? Nope, this area is pretty well cleared out now. Well, we made it to Melmoth. And there's cultists down below.
It's good to see the sun again. And I have you to thank for it.
Have to keep moving, Olgrim.
You're right, of course. But you have to fill me in. Why are you trying to get into ethereal territory?
Survivor from Malmoth warned us of something awful.
Oh, great. While the unpleasantness in the void is behind us, it seems we're stepping right into another. This area has changed since I've last seen it.
I don't have Sunday classes. Good old Sunday school. I used to... Here's a small personal fact that only a few people know about me. I actually used to teach Sunday schools. So, you know, at a church. I was a Sunday school teacher at a Baptist church, and I got roped into it because my best friend was the pastor's son. And we hung out every weekend. And one weekend, his father, a very nice fellow, I very much enjoyed his company and his son's company. He knew that I had been baptized. He knew that I wasn't a regular attender of church, but he knew that I was technically a part of the church. And so he was like, I think we had a week off at that point, and we wanted to hang out for the whole week. And so his dad made a deal that I should have thought more closely about. The deal made was that we could hang out if I would teach the Sunday school class. Now, I assumed that meant I would just teach that one Sunday. But that's not what he said. He said I would teach the Sunday school class. Now, you have to understand that these classes are like regular school classes. They go for several months until the kids are ready to move on to the next class. So I haphazardly agreed to several months of teaching Sunday school as a result. And his wife, who was the secretary of the church, noted it immediately, but by that point it was too late. The handshake had been made. And I was swindled into teaching Sunday school for several months. It was simultaneously one of the most interesting and worst experiences of my youth. I think I would have been 16 at the time. Now, the way he justified it is, number one, he knew that I had read the Bible cover to cover several times at this point. And even worse, he knew that I was already teaching in Air Cadets. He knew that I was in a high ranked. And so he's like, good, you know how to manage kids. You know how to teach kids. You know the Bible. You've been baptized. You're perfect. Glad we agreed to this. And so, before I even taught the first class, I knew that I had agreed to it and I was supposed to be a man of my word. And so I did follow through with it. But at the end of the 6-month period, because it was 6 months of that, I remember looking at Pastor, I almost said his last name there. I remember looking at him and being like, you know, this is why nobody likes the church. He just laughed and then invited me over for dinner, which I gladly took up because he and his wife made excellent barbecue, and he knew dang well that's what I wanted. But give me a sec here, just gonna have some coffee. All right, so Ulgrim, you know this place?
To the north is Malmouth. Of that, I am sure. But it seems we're not the only ones with sights set upon the fallen city. What remains of the cult of Cthulhu is thick here, battling with our mutual enemy for control over the city outskirts. I'm afraid I see no choice but to wade into that battlefield and carve a path to the city gates. With the ethereals entrenched here, I am certain there's another rift gate around. Find it, secure it, and I will join you.
Of course. Okay, so which side do I hate more, the ethereals or the chthonic cult? Not all of them are. Okay, I guess we'll just pause the game. Sorry for the lack of music for this part. There will be no mood music for this. I hesitate to call that particular church nice. And the reason I say that is my family of friends actually got forced out. That pastor, his wife, and their sons all got forced out of that church. Another pastor had moved in and he wanted to become the pastor of that church. He was from a different area. And he had a very different style of giving sermons. Not one that I liked very much. So the pastor that I was friends with the family of, he was very much, and I'm not a religious person anymore. So just to be clear, like, I'm not sold on it because of that. But what I did like about him is he focused on what was actually said in the book. And, he was very straightforward on it. He didn't favor any one part of the book more than another. He didn't focus on any one negative or positive aspect. He tried to keep the lessons balanced and fair and direct. But the new pastor who wanted to take over was what was known as a fire and brimstone preacher type. Barzil probably knows roughly what I'm talking about, but these are the people who like to tell you how badly you're going to hell and how evil the world is and how evil certain things are, and they're generally just negative all the time. And he wound up having a few people who were friends of his move into the area as well. They of course also joined the church, and it was almost like a schism in the church. And what wound up happening was that schism grew and grew, and they got people to agree with them on their side. They believed that Pastor Hagerman was not... Shit, I wound up saying his name. So yeah, Pastor Hagerman was not delivering the true needs of the church. From the Southern Group and the Cult. You probably know most of what I'm about to say then. So the schism grew and grew and grew until the incoming pastor had enough people on his side to get the deacons to vote my friend and his family out. At which point, they had no choice but to move because he had lost his job as a result, because that was his job. And the new pastor took over and made it very clear that anyone who was kind of on good terms with that family should find a different church. You're not really welcome. So I was among those people. He was kind of like, yeah, you need to get lost. Well, lovely. I guess I will get lost then. I did have my one moment of defiance, though. There were still a lot of people in there who I was friends with from outside of knowing the friends who were the kind of the center of this story. I was not very religious. I was baptized. I went through all of that because of my mother, and my father was always patently against it. And though I did accept some of it, in the end, particularly once I hit university, I was very much no longer okay with it because of, certain things I studied led me down a different path. And so there was a couple bands I still listened to, even when I was somewhat more active in that church, that probably would have offended a lot of the people in that church. Paramount among them was Bad Religion, punk band. If you're familiar with them, you might know what their symbol was. And on the last day that I was going to be at that Baptist church, I intentionally went in wearing the Bad Religion Crossbuster t-shirt and sat in the front row, right where the new pastor could see me. And of course, he made a sermon about it. He called down the fire and brimstone speeches upon me and had his voice heard on how, see, this is more proof why we had to get rid of that family. Look what they have brought into our church. Now the kicker, that particular pastor, His daughter went to high school with me, and I was friends with his daughter. I didn't realize they were family. And what I found out later is that, you have no idea what that band is? I'm not sure if that winky face is you being sarcastic, or if that winky face is you know exactly who I'm talking about. But what wound up happening was I found out that his own family wouldn't go to his church sermons. They went to a completely different church. They weren't even the same denomination as him. They weren't Baptist at all. They were all Catholic. And I was just like, what in the world is wrong with this family? I'm out. I'm getting out of this. Got away from that family as far as I could. He has 3 daughters, 2 boys, a wife, and a whole church. So I just had to stay away from most of my village. And I did. I found out later that a large contingent of the people who fought to get him in there moved on to another church, and so he moved on too. And the person who moved in afterwards was a close friend of the family that I was friends with. And I think it was probably about 5 years ago now. I needed to find the certificate of my baptism because I had been named godfather of, you know, my best friend's child. And their family, my best friend is not religious, but his wife's family is. She's not particularly. But because of this, the daughter was being baptized at a Catholic church, and the Catholic priest refused to let anyone be named godmother or godfather if they weren't a member of the Christian church. So you had to provide proof of your baptism. So I went back to my church where I was baptized, where that particular preacher took over, and found out that all records of my baptism had been destroyed. He didn't know how, he didn't know where. He believed me when I said I was baptized, but he said he has no records of it. He can't find anything from the era from when my friends were the people who ran that church. In the end, I had to track down my friend's father and get him to write me a letter saying, yeah, no, I baptized this fellow. Thankfully, the Catholic priest accepted that, but that was the final story on that. What a show. How petty and how weird that was for me. Like, I have photos of me being dunked, and the Catholic priest was just like, nah, that's not good enough. And I remember because it was my friend's father who did it, and he was a military guy. And I was 6'2", still am, and he was like 5'5". And so he was having a hard time dunking me at the time during the ceremony, because like normally it was just a quick feet fly out, head goes down, body is submerged in water, and then he pulls you back up. He couldn't quite do that to me because of how tall I was. And so what I found out, he explained to me why my dunking was more forceful than others and why my feet flew up in the air as high as they did and why there was such a big splash. He was having such a hard time dunking me that he had to essentially use a military trip to dunk me properly for my baptism. He's like, I served for 20 years and it's always you big lads that give me a hard time. He was a chaplain with the military for many years, and apparently he knew exactly what was going to go on. He had to sweep the leg. Good reference. Good reference. He had to sweep the leg. You take out that Russo boy. You sweep that leg. Hello, cultists.
Can't do that yet.
So, Cult of Cthulhu. I've been seeing a lot of you guys lately. I don't know which of you guys I hate more. The Ethereals or the Cult? Like, at least the cannibals invite me for dinner.
Can't do that yet.
Damn. Loyalty through blood. Ow. Okay. Lone Watch. We're good? Yeah, I remember him very fondly. Okay, my computer was not rendering that. That's the first time I've seen it have a rendering glitch. I needed some resistance to bleed, because that's what's been killing me.
That skill's not ready.
Okay, let's see what this dialogue says. Let's go find something safe first. Unbeliever. All right. I always love it when they call me that too. It's like, the more you call me that, the more I don't believe. Because if that's what scares you... What are these? Ew. I just realized that those look like pieces of skin. Loyalty through blood. News has reached us through the tendrils of night that the ritual to the west has failed. Haha, that was me. And Bloodlord Thalonis himself has fallen. That was me too. Under the weight of these tragedies, there are some among you who would surrender their faith, cease their devotion, and abandon our great cause. This will not be tolerated. You must maintain your fealty or find yourself hanged and drained with the rest of the faithless rabble. This is merely another in a long series of tribulations that line our path to greatness. Chthon challenges us, tests our faith, but we must not falter. You, the unyielding children of blood, must seek out the weakest among you and punish them for their faltering will. Thalonis is gone, but another will rise in his place, and the faithful shall be rewarded in kind. Through our devotion to Chthon and dedication to our cause, we will find our way once more. Signed, Otto Trig, the Grand Priest. Gamble. Not a fan of gambling myself, but I can understand the mental and emotional significance that would have.
That skill's not ready.
Cthulhu? I mean, I could. If you want me to start replacing Chthon with Cthulhu, I can try and do it.
That skill's not ready.
I mean, if you look at some of the monstrosities that these guys raise, they're pretty similar. How do I get over to you? Why can't I murder you? Yeah, you died anyways.
That skill's not ready.
Nice bridge.
Can't do that.
Is this how you play Getting Over It? Okay.
That skill's not ready.
All that work for nothing. What do we got? Chthonolulu? Going to a luau. Oh, yanking. Oh, some bacon. He's a big pig. You can be a big pig too. Huh. Whenever someone says luau, that's what I think of, is that scene from, Sneaky from Lion King.
Can't do that yet.
Oh, I don't like the burning zones. That means there's ethereals here. And I don't like ethereals. Yeah, it's still chthonic, I guess. Ow! Heck. This is gonna be slow going, I think. Because we gotta make our all the way up to Malmouth outskirts, and we're barely at Morndale. Okay, so that's now the second time I've seen that rendering problem. Touch it a little bit. Reminding me of, God, everything. You can tell I spent too much time on the internet because everything reminds me of a meme. But as soon as you said touch it a little bit, all I could think of was that meme where, like, it's Donkey Kong. He's like, you may spank it once. I don't speak in English, I speak in meme. Amy Binock's journal. We'll read that in a little bit. I think. Yeah. What's going on up here? Oh boy, normally you don't see those things outside of chthonic voids. Wasn't expecting to see that out in the open.
That skill's not ready.
I'm against all of you. You're all awful. Okay, before we touch this totem, we're just gonna look around and make this general area safe. Oh, that's not supposed to be here.
That skill's not ready.
Where did you come from, pretty? She wanted to dance. Unfortunately, I did not honor her dance. Okay, let's continue to make this general area safe in case I need to run away at short notice.
That skill's not ready.
All right, let's see what happens when we play with this totem. True, it was a chance meeting of fate.
That skill's not ready.
Burwich Peacekeeper. I have so many questions. Alright. Word of Inquisitor Ablon. Powered quarters and chest yard. Not as good as what I got. Powered Blackwatch Seal. That's actually pretty good. I would replace my Twilight Signet with that. That's not very good, but it's cool. Alright, let's clear out more of this map and keep looking for a portal.
That skill's not ready.
Once again, I can't decide whose side I'm on here. I like neither of you. Imperials or Chthonians. You ask any girl from the parish around.
That skill's not ready.
I don't think any of the people around here are good dancers. I'm starting to get that distinct impression that nobody here likes dancing. That is an awful lot of Aether Fire.
Can't do that yet.
Waltz with the Log Drivers. Why do I know this song? I know where this is going. I know I've heard this before. Ow, 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 ow. Yeah, let's just pick a side and travel along it.
Can't do that yet.
Okay, glad I chose that. Bunch of loot here. Oh, that's glad.
Not ready.
I hate these things. They have multiple health sets. I feel like I learned that song in high school and then promptly forgot it.
That skill's not ready.
Ow, my ears. Okay, more treasure. Yeah, I think Log Driver's Waltz was something they tried to teach us in like grade 11. You know, right at the peak of whatever and I don't care culture among students. Found something. Dahlia Thornsberry. We'll come back to you, lady.
Skill's not ready. That
Get out of here.
That skill's not ready.
I think we're getting deep into ethereal territory here. Just a hunch. It's a Canadian tell. Well, all right, you got me there. Oh, really? I don't actually remember that, but I know we had a lot of those neat little, like, heritage moments.
That skill's not ready.
You know, Doctor, I smell burnt toast. We all know that one.
That skill's not ready.
Man, those heritage moments were weird when you think about it.
Can't do that yet.
It's weird seeing chthonic beings outside of a chthonic rift. This is usually that's the only place you usually see them. All right. I liked the heritage moments, but looking back on them, they would put them near kids programming. And I understand the point was to educate kids, but they would have so little context around them that kids aren't going to get it. Oh, that's a lot of aether fire.
Skill's not ready. Can't do that yet.
Oh, it burns. It burns so much. Okay. Big huggy boys. They're the big huggiest of boys.
Skill's not ready.
Oh look, some more big huggy boys. Oh boy, chthonic rift right in the middle of an area that's already swarming with chthonic creatures. It's probably not safe to go in that. Missive to the Morndale Bloodbound. Seems like they had a bit of a bad time. So I noticed that there's a new enemy type among these guys, the ethereals, that looks like little children, and I gotta say, I'm not happy about that. No sir. No sir, don't like that one bit. Because if it is actually intended to be children, it means that the ethereals have started corrupting children. No. No. Don't like that one bit. And while I wouldn't be surprised if they were,
Can't do that yet.
I am not happy about that. And would request politely that they stop doing that. YouTube Autofest gets shadow blocked twice now. The worst thing is it doesn't tell me when you get shadow blocked.
Can't do that yet.
Now, the only question I have, because I don't see any break in any discussion from you. I don't see anything that to me screams, hey, that's a bad thing to say. So if you want, you can message me on Discord and let me know what the messages were. I'll see if it shows up in my moderation log. Word was children. Huh. That's weird. I'll check my moderation log and see what the deal with that is. I'm going the wrong way. What the heck?
Can't do that yet.
YouTube, what you doing? Like, I can think of all sorts of topics to not allow, but why is that not allowed?
Can't do that
yet. Corpse dust.
Can't do that
Okay, when those guys die, they explode. Noted. You can tell it's the Warhammer universe. Big iron vehicles of destruction and doom. I half expect to run into orcs by some point. Painting them red, trying to make them go faster. No. No summoning. Everyone knows red makes it go faster.
That
If you didn't know that, you haven't played Warhammer enough. Okay, so. Maybe that's all it is. Either way, I'm not happy with YouTube's choice there. Alright, let's see what this person wants.
I hope you're ready to write the next chapter of my story. Unfortunately, this one's still a work in progress.
Dahlia, what are you doing here? Hold on, I have some questions. My brother, Dravis, he's become obsessed with our father. Somehow he's got got it in his head that our father betrayed us when we were children, that he denied us power that was rightfully ours. In retrospect, I see it as a mercy, keeping us from the dark secrets that tormented our father's existence, nightmares of events that he cannot scour from memory. But Dravis does not see it that way. He's already harmed himself irrevocably in pursuit of our father, and has shown no signs of stopping. He believed that we should do this together, but I refuse to be a part of it. However, this obsession has gone on long enough, and I feel a familial responsibility towards putting a stop to this madness. I've tracked Dravis as far as here, but the trail has gone cold. I know several leads to pursue, and now that you are here, perhaps you could help me out. If you could search the ruins of the Malmouth outskirts to the north of here for any signs of Dravis, I'll be sure to make it worth your while. Look for any tomes or notes left behind with taunting messages written for me. Dravis loves the theatrics. Got it. Okay, we got a bunch of lore pages that we've picked up, so we're just going to gather these all in one spot here, and then we're going to read them. Make sure I'm not missing any. Nope. Alright. Amy Brannock's journal, first entry. I don't know why I'm still writing in this thing. I suppose it's because Errol can be very convincing when he wants to.
He says I should keep a record of days so we might look back on our lives and remember the best times. These may be the finest of our days, my sweet Amy. Best remember 'em while we can, he always says. I think he's right, and I suppose that's why I keep coming back to this journal. He's usually right. I've learned that more and more since we left the city. City is too crowded, my love. We should leave this place and make our home in the countryside, he said. So we did. We just packed up whatever we could carry and walked out through the city gates. I was terrified. I couldn't imagine where or how we'd live out here. Malmouth was my home. I was born there amidst the din and grime of Steelcap District. Errol was right. The city was too crowded and this countryside is truly beautiful.
No! Don't say hecker darn. Heckin' darn. Oh no, I said them both! Dang! Dagnabbit.
We found ourselves a small stead, rich land for farming. More space than anyone could ask for. The perfect place to start a family, and that's just what we'll be doing. I'm now 2 months pregnant with our first child. It's going to be a girl, I just know it. I've been waiting for the right moment to tell Errol, but he's been so busy toiling about the farm and traveling back and forth to the city for supplies. I won't be able to hide it from him much longer. He's gonna be so happy. The finest of our days indeed.
Alright, the next one. Missive to the Morndale Bloodbound.
Brothers and sisters of blood, disturbing rumors have reached my ears. Rumors that some of you have begun questioning our cause, questioning those who hear the calling of the void. You believe you have been misled by false prophets, but allow me to reassure you. I had my loyal bloodbinders bring forth 36 of those who would question our resolve in these trying times. Through their lack of vision, yours shall be rewarded. Their blood shall serve where their wills could not. Behold the fruit of their sacrifice. New rifts that reach into the very heart of the dead god's realm. Through them shall rise the agents of torment, beings of pure darkness that will spill forth. That is rightfully Chthon's. Do not dread, my brothers and sisters. Your faith in Chthon is not misplaced. We will not allow the failures of one to delude our grand cause. We will call into the darkness, and the darkness will bring forth such might as to shake the very foundations of Cairn. A new day of reckoning will come. A day where the faithful shall stomp out the false gods and restore the glory of Chthon. Once again from Ultultrig, the Grand Priest. A calling to shadows. We are as lost children, purposeless, gazing into the darkness, with only faith as our guide. We flay our flesh and paint the world in blood as we desperately seek clarity from the depths of the void. But there is no answer. We beseech you, fiends of the void, heed our call and bathe this world in shadow. Come forth, progenitor of darkness, guide the children of blood to new glory, that we may all become one with Chthon. Guide us, Ekadzul, so that we may purge this world of the faithless. Whew. Spicy. Well, thanks anyways. I don't suppose that person lived very long. I may have been responsible for their death. Okay, so there's a whole swath we didn't explore over here. We should probably check it real quick.
And then there's to the north. So we're just going to cut a little bit southeast and we'll see what we missed.
Dennis! Dennis! Dennis, are you misbehaving?
From here on in, you shall henceforth be known as Dennis. Great progenitor of darkness, aka Dennis. Oh, I thought there'd be like a passageway here that I missed. What do you guys think? Should I go into that chthonic rift or should I keep exploring? As a precaution, in case you guys say yes. Enter the rift or keep exploring this map. I shall sip coffee while I wait for your opinions. Got a yes and an Rift it is then. Welcome to the Cinder Wastes. No portals may be used while you are here. If you find a portal, it is your only way out. Alright, what we got? Okay, so this is a dangerous domain. Monsters are aether warped. They're resistant to aether, but more susceptible to chaos. Well, I use physical, so I don't care. But dangerous domains usually mean stronger monsters.
That skill's not ready.
Yep. That's indeed what they are. Oh, that's a boss already. Why is that a boss already?
Can't do that.
Oh boy. That hurts. So much bleed damage. Love it'll take 10. Whoop. Okay, he's a big slow mover. We can use that to our advantage. We're just gonna keep spamming him with good old Word of Misery.
Not ready.
You are a bigot.
That skill's not ready.
That's not what I wanted to press.
That
You got way
skill's
too
not
many
ready.
friends. We gotta lower your number of friends. Okay, those guys are a bit tough.
That skill's not ready.
You know, they're healing each other.
That skill's not ready.
What am I supposed to do with that? This is ridiculous. They're healing each other. I gotta get these guys separated.
That skill's not ready. Can't do that.
Okay, one down. Where's the other one?
That skill's not ready.
Okay, okay.
That skill's not ready.
No more healers, huh? Not so tough now. You ain't got healers backing you
Can't
up.
do that.
Or separate the healers from the person I'm trying to destroy.
Can't do that yet.
You always gotta geek the mage. And sometimes that requires getting the mage away from the rest of the party. Oh boy.
That skill's not ready.
Gonna help him get rid of his little friends. Alright, now it's just you and me, big boy.
Can't do that yet.
Okay, that hurt.
That skill's not ready.
Hey, sir, if you could stop summoning those, that would be great.
I don't have enough energy.
Of course you don't. Whew. That was a little spicy. Not the
That
spiciest,
skill's not ready.
but certainly spicy. I might have been sweating a little bit from that.
That skill's not ready.
Oh boy. I'm making all the friends here today. New bestest friends.
Can't do that yet.
And they all have bleed effects. Because, you know, they have to have bleed effects. We'll deal with that in a sec. Open it. Flamekeeper's Pauldrons. Huh. What is that?
That skill's not ready.
That's what that was. Okay, there's the exit. So now we know where the exit is. Now the worst thing is if I die in here, that exit moves.
Can't do that yet.
It's different every time you enter. And so you never know where it's going to wind up. So even worse, when you get teleported back in, like when you come back into these, you're not guaranteed to come back in the same spot. Hey, a crumbled church.
Can't do that yet.
This seems very relevant to the conversation we had earlier. And another rift? That's weird.
Can't do that yet.
Oh boy. Why are there multiple exits?
Can't do that yet.
One of them's probably not an exit. Ah, crap. What? YouTube. YouTube, why are you being a butt? Okay. Many hugs. Many, many hugs. Okay, so we died there. We'll cut right across to it. Stop that.
That skill's not
My
ready.
god, it's like I didn't even hurt them. Are they healing? Is that what's going on here? They might be.
Can't do that yet.
Whew. Okay, it sounds like there's still a portal there. That's weird. Portals are usually randomized. These ones do not appear to be. Which makes me think that this is probably a quest-related place. We'll fully explore the zone and then we'll try the different portals. But YouTube would tell me error. YouTube, why do you hate hugs?
Can't do that yet.
Whoa, that hurt. That was unfortunate. Okay. And of course, chthonic rifts never tell you where they lead you, so you have no idea. We'll finish clearing this area out. Hey, a hidden stash. Obsidian cluster? What you got for me? Howard Soul Splitter. That just sounds cool. But it's not. Keeter's pauldrons don't really help me much. Way too high leveled for me. Oh, I hate that one sound effect. That one's the worst. The worst, I tell you. Howard Croatian Chesker or Artosian? It is kind of good for me, but it's too low level. Okay. So which one do you guys think we should take? The one in the middle of the church-like structure, or should we go to the one to the north? What are we feeling? To the north or the church? Middle of the church it is. Oh boy, Fringes of Sanity. This place is probably really nice.
I can't do that yet.
There was a welcoming party. Well, I feel like they were really interested in being nice to me, you know?
That skill's not ready.
I'll take that tonic and mending. I can hear enemies on other sides. Oh boy, here we go again.
That skill's not ready.
That bleed, man. It's brutal. Okay. You know, is it just me or did someone leave the thermostat on high in this place?
Can't do that yet.
Alright, who messed with the thermostat? Fools don't know that messing with the thermostat is the whole reason I'm here to begin with.
Can't do that yet.
If you kids wouldn't stop messing with the thermostat, I wouldn't have to come down here. Damn kids.
That skill's not ready.
Fire in the living room. Yeah, I can kind of see it. I know in my family, like, one of the cardinal sins was messing with the thermostat. You want to piss my dad off? Mess with the thermostat. Guaranteed. You've done it now. What is this? Why are there people there? Bloodsworn... Oh. Oh, bad things are going to happen to you. I don't know what you're doing here, but you need to leave now. It approaches. What's happening? Lunalfalgoth, the Steward of Darkness, our tormentor. I can feel it approaching. Leave now or join our fate. I can deal with it.
That skill's not ready.
I can't deal with it.
That skill's not ready.
Oh good, it leaves bleed puddles. I love those. Nope. Almost dealt with it. Ow. Well, that's why we leave portals. That was not cake. You lied to me. Oh, hey, that's the northern portal. That's close to the church portal. That almost kind of works out. Oh, that hurt. Now, the nice thing is this is not veteran mode, so he's only going to recover a little bit.
Can't do that yet.
He will recover, just not a whole lot. Which should give us enough an advantage to win.
That skill's not ready.
Woo! That was spicy. I want my cake reward, damn it. By the gods, I thought you were doomed and you just destroyed that creature. Please, spare us this torment. Let us out. Aren't you bloodsworn? Why should I help you? I understand that the cult has caused much harm across Cairn in the recent months, but you have to understand, we were desperate. We joined the cult because it offered safety, not because we believe in all this blood and Chthon madness. You were not even involved with the necropolis. You have to believe me, I beg you. Destroy that ruined crystal nearby and let us out. I swear, we'll burn these robes and try to do something worthwhile with our second chance. Assuming we even make it out of the void alive. All right. Now go. God bless you for your mercy. I cannot imagine what horrors awaited us still. We're getting out of here as soon as we get our bearings, if that's even possible. I hope you learn from this. Okay, so that was interesting. No treasure. Alright, let's see where this takes us. Okay. Random. In fairness, in this world, that's a pretty valid answer. Like, This whole world has, I don't know if you've noticed, kinda gone to shit. And until a little while ago, it wasn't like that.
That skill's not ready.
Okay, I can't break that crystal. Got it. But I can break those ones. Oh, I pissed something off when I did that. Okay, just to be safe, we're just gonna double check this northern area just so I don't miss anything cool. Okay, nope, just Aether Fire. Is that a road? It looking like a road? Oh, it's water. Okay, not a road. Just looked like a road. Yeah, in this game... Totally good, that's right. Yeah, in this game, it's very, very common for people to join criminal organizations, cults, or even let themselves be taken by the monsters if it means a chance to survive.
Can't do that yet. Can't do that yet.
Or some people would just rather meet their fate on their own terms. And so, like, there's been a lot of stories in this game of people just being like, no, I'm gonna die on my own terms. And either choose to become an ethereal or join a cult or whatever. Okay, well, Malmuth is looking nice. We'll step in there once we look around a little bit more out here. Ow! Heckin' Aether Crystal. Stop it. Oh boy, I'm right in the thick of it again. Oh good, it can summon behemoths.
That skill's not ready.
Oh, this place is just great. Aether Fire everywheres. I love it when everywheres I step kills me. And blocked. But there's a ruined shrine up there. Alright, all this is blocked. I guess we're going into this fort. I do not like the childlike monsters. I do not like what is implied by that. That is not okay, game.
That skill's not ready.
And I know it says imp, but I don't believe them. Hi, get you a cookie. You do it all for the cookie. Okay, well, that's the boss. Or rather, a champion. Let's get rid of some of his friends. All right. Yeah, the childlike imps, I'm not feeling that. That's off-putting to say the least. Rock chest. Nothing. heckin' making me beat up things that look like children. Not okay, game. They even sound like kids. Come on. Not okay, game. Not okay. Haha. That's right, run at me. Nerds. Nerds! Okay, so there's a dungeon here, it says, or something.
That skill's not ready.
No, seriously, don't like the imps. Wooden door.
My inventory is full.
Uh-oh. I'll have to do something about that.
That skill's not ready. Can't do that yet.
Oh wow, Malmoth is looking real healthy right now. That cookie! You did it all for the cookie! Alright. Inventory is apparently full. Oh yeah, that is definitely full. So we'll just open a portal up and get the heck... I don't like that those things sound like kids. Seriously upsetting. Okay, we're going back to Coven's Refuge. Inventory cleaning trip.
See anything you like?
Probably not, but let's find out. We'll start with one-handed weapons. It's a two-handed mace, don't care. In particular, we're looking for two-handed blades, or one-handed blades. We don't use wands, so we can get rid of those, okay. Nope. Okay, we did find a couple. That's not any good. I was hopeful. Little sickle-looking weapon. That looks cool, but unfortunately isn't any good to me. But at least now we'll be able to use it as a glamour. Is that belt any good? Nope. Pants? Maybe. We'll hold on to those. Gross flesh strip shoulder pads. Those are slightly better, but I like all the benefits on my Venom Spine Greaves. Okay, that's a two-handed weapon. Let's switch over to start comparing two-handed weapons. That would be better, but unfortunately I can't use it because I'm not the right level. And that's so far away I'm not going to. I don't use shields. That's a tough call. Just set those aside. Got me a big gruesome looking axe. That's kind of cool. Ooh, if I can get a little bit more spirit, I can use that. Because for the longest time, I was using the non-empowered version of the Blackwatch seal. Can't wear those. One thing I wish this game had is a character that used, like, bare knuckles. You might have noticed that when you were streaming Fallout, I got really excited by the fact that you were punching things. And that's because in just about every game I play, I'm into the punchy builds. And it's one of the things that this game doesn't have. There's no punchy build. The lack of punchies has been a saddening thing for me. Because sometimes you just want to punch them. You just want to punch them. But nope, there is no punchy build. You just want to walk right up and find like the nastiest thing you can on the map and be like, I'm gonna hit you now. Repeatedly. Two-handed mace, no good. Yeah, I know you were doing it for the achievement, but there was a part of me that was excited anyways, because I just love that kind of gameplay. Like, I like knocking teeth in. That's a lot of armor on that, but you can't quite wear it. Okay, the rest of that stuff, I gotta decide what I want to do about this. I'm thinking no. That's a tough choice. Yeah, we'll go with no.
Put it to good use.
Alright, rest of it's going in the stash for now.
I'll keep your stash safe.
See, the more she says she will keep my stash safe, the less I trust her to keep my stash safe. Oh, this is the wrong tab. There we go. That's the right tab. Which means that ring doesn't go there. This is the casual way she says it. I'll keep your stash safe. I don't believe you. Level 72. I think it's a new record for me. In you go. Okay, you're actually level 50, but I have no room left in my level 50 stash. Sort? 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 It's not gonna work. Okay. Let's put it in here for now. Okay, you're level 50 as well. Also level 50. 65. You belong over here. Alright. Pretty flower. Oh, I don't have one of these yet. Interesting. You're level 50. 50, 50, 50. Are all of these level 50? I thought there were some that weren't. Okay. Blood of Cthon. I come across a lot of that. Inventory management. God love it. Okay. If you move single square items, will fit. Yeah. Game is not nice about letting you do that, though. And I've decided I don't care that much. Because I've still got a lot of room. Ethereal mutagen. That's another one of those things that I found. Was like, I have no idea what to do with that.
I'll keep an eye on this.
I'm sure you will. Oh wow, it's been 3.5 hours almost. I'm soon have to get to start making dinner. We'll clear out this part of the map and we will find the rift and then we will call it there. We're gonna see what's behind this wooden door. So that cellar door, there was nothing. Alright, we're going into this cellar. Dangerous domain. Oh good, marked. Players have reduced defensive ability, but damage is magnified. Well, I'm already squishy. Oh, did they ever increase my damage? On the one hand, wow, this hurts. On the other, wow, I'm wrecking them. Just call me Rexon, because you just got wrecked, son!
That skill's not bad.
Look at how quickly he's dying. Oh, you almost got me. Powered Revenant's Edge. Any good? Oh, it's one of these things again. How do you stack up against what I got? You do not. Whoa!
Can't do that yet.
Excuse you, sir. I was trying to loot.
Can't do that yet.
Did you see how rude that was? There I was, trying to loot, and they just run right up and slap me in the face. Can I not break that? It seems I cannot. I don't like the sounds of those imps. Also, the imps explode when you kill them, I've discovered. Why can't I break that? Game? Alright. Let's continue forward. What a trade-off. I die more easily, which is nothing new, but I can also destroy things more easily. Okay, taking bets that this place is going to lead nowhere is nice. Look at it, it's just full of ethereal crystals. That is never a good sign. Kaboom! Okay, we got a couple paths. Couple paths we can go down. That was explosive and friendly. An old lectern. Dravis's letter. We found it. Who knew this was going to be a quest destination? All right, so they know I'm here now. Okay, that's the way out. Ah, stop picking up yellows. Gross. Again, stop picking up yellows. I'm gonna soon start filtering out yellows because I don't need them.
Can't do that.
Okay, let's see what Dravis's letter is all about. Dear sister, again I find myself at a loss for words. Why is it that you defy your very blood? Why do you forsake your brother when I am so very close to the truth? But no matter. I shall tear it out of our father's dying breath with or without you. If you are reading this, then again you are too late. For I have again ventured where the dead dare not, where the blood of the living is joined with the master. Time to join me as past, Dahlia. Turn back, for where I go, you cannot follow. Oh, but I can. I'll probably regret it, but I can. Oh boy, welcoming party.
That skill's not necessary.
I feel like Mr. Torg. He's like, explosions? That's both a statement and a question. Okay, portal's up there.
That skill's not necessary.
Oh boy, 2 of these is bad.
Can't do that.
Yet we lived. Oh, here comes the welcoming party.
Can't do that.
A lot of welcoming parties here. Okay, so I think that's where we came from. Yep. I tell you, this village is just full of surprises. Do not leave those things to live. I think he's coming for me. Kind of reminds me of the Chargers from Left 4 Dead. If only he had like that weird cow dying sound that they did. It'd be a little bit funnier. Okay, so how do I get down there? Oh, looks like I just go completely south. Alright.
That skill's not ready. Can't do that yet.
Okay, let's repair that shrine. Fiend's Resolve. What the heck is Fiend's Resolve? A weapon I can't use. That's a pity. All right. Enjoy talking to your parents. I don't know that Goji needs me to look after him, but I will certainly do so. I will try to keep them entertained. Oh. Targeting something. Oh, it's down in the pit. I can't get at it. Okay. Just so you know, Goji, I'm the worst babysitter you'll ever have. I don't pay any attention to my charges at all. So maybe you like that. Maybe that's a good thing. Oh, that's all Aether Fire. Oops, all Aether Fire. Sorry.
Can't do that yet.
My popularity increases. That was a lot of them. Already eating the Tide Pods. Go for the blue ones. I'm told they're the tastiest.
Can't do that yet.
I think most of them are blue and orange. I think that's how they work.
Can't do that yet.
Okay. We are just having a grand old time here.
That skill's not ready.
I'm gonna clear this map out one way or another. We're getting it pretty cleared out. I'm totally not stalling before I go to the portal. Not stalling at all. No. Wouldn't do that. How do they know? I don't know. My charming good looks.
That skill's not ready.
No, I don't have time to talk to that guy right now. Didn't expect to see an infernal mender here. I'll talk to you in just a second, sir. Okay. Anything you can make that I want? No. There's a particular one that I haven't unlocked yet called Serenity. And it's pretty well one of the few that I don't have. Alright, good to know. Still can't make Serenity. You can't take the sky from me. Take my land, take the sea. You can't take the sky from me. I want to watch that again too.
That skill's not ready.
You a big fan of it? If not, just means you probably haven't watched it. You're a leaf on the wind, watch how I soar. Well, we all know how that ended. Hey, there's the portal. We're not going there yet, though. I gotta make sure it's safe to go to the portal, you know? I always expect I'm gonna piss people off when I say things like, oh, if you're not a fan of it, just means you haven't watched it. Okay, is there any way for me to get up there? No, not currently. There's a large chunk we haven't explored over here. And that area is looking weird. I hate to say it, I kind of want to go back here and make sure I clear that out first. Abruptly. That is an apt choice. That is correct. Abrupt is a very good way to describe what happened. Man. I can't remember when I watched that last. Okay, so we have to go up and around. Let's give ourselves a little movement speed boost. Okay. Ah, that's why I didn't come down here. Everything's aether fire. Stop that. Okay, we should probably let her know we found traces of her brother. Hey lady, I think I know where your brother is. Any luck out there? Is this what you're looking for? Let's see what you found. Dahlia reads it over. Yes, this is definitely from Dravis, that bastard. So, what now? Dravis is right. I cannot follow him into the void, not without debilitating sickness and an overwhelming desire to mutilate my flesh and tear out my eyes. What? We don't all handle exposure to the void equally. Given that you are here and you hadn't arrived by the method I used, you must handle yourself better than I could within that forsaken reality. Dravis taunting me to follow him is either some kind of joke, or he knows that somebody is helping me. Twist of lime. Twist of lime. Neither is very comforting. There's only one chthonic rift in Morndale, and it leads into the Cinder Wastes. If Dravis really is this reckless, And that's the only place he could have gone. Please, investigate this lead for me, as I cannot. If you do, I will give you something in return that's sure to make the risks worthwhile. Okay. Collect Davis's offering from his thrall. Bring Davis's offering to Dahlia and Morndale. I thought I already had. So we're just going to open a portal. Okay. There it is. I knew I had already seen that. Okay. Reminds me, I also had a low level, like a level 50 ring or something that I had to put over here. Which is actually fine, because this is a level 50 anyways. 58. I gotta go through all these tabs and see if any of these are actually upgrades for me at this point. In most cases, I don't think they will be. But I really should be looking once in a while. Sharpshooter's coat. Though realistically, upgrades would be in the 65 range. Powered Shadow Weave leggings. Oh, those are in fact an upgrade. Yes, I think I shall. Anything in here of note? Sentinel's shoulder guards. I could kind of use this, but it is less armor than what I have. Band of the Eternal Haunt is not much good to me. Marauder's Judgment. Oh, Spine Carver. Epic one-handed sword. Okay. That's, unpleasant. Not even better. Oh. Those would be a little bit better. Now that's a tough one. Because my current ones upgrade my skills. But Elemental Blast could be good too. Oh, that is difficult. I feel like what I'm currently wearing is better, but... this is tough. Okay, that I can't even use, so we'll just put that in here. Oh, hey. Tainted brain matter. I don't get that very often. Inventory cleansing. And some lore. All right, let's go sell some
I'll
stuff.
hold on to that for you.
I'll give you a good price on what I've got left.
Okay, that's no longer an upgrade for me, so off it goes. I don't use wands. Or shields or books. Two-hander. Not an upgrade anyways. Boots. Tempting. But no. Ring? Nah. Nope. Nope. Nah. Get rid of those. Hammer? Nope. I was hopeful. Oh, got a yellow somehow. Cool looking sword, but unfortunately no upgrade. That is also a cool looking gun. Imperial Derringer. Neat. That's the sword that was. Two-handed mace. Those are usually not upgrades for me, but I always have to look. Badge. No, I like what I've got. Don't use those. Don't use crowns. Don't use robes. I feel weird wearing caster pants. But I do like the bonus spirit on them. Alright, I wonder if she's going to be happy to know that I absolutely wrecked her brother. And his little underling, too. Hey, found your brother. You're back. Did you find anything? No sign of Dravis, but I found his minions. So he knew I would follow. Then the notes he's been leaving me are not just his suspicions. Somehow he knows, and he wants me dead? Perhaps he's testing me. Is there anything else you found? Anything else that could serve as a clue? I did find something on his thrall. Oh, she gave me a weapon. Empowered Blood Reaper's Claw. I'm going to say something. I have been trying to gather the Blood Reaper's set since the start of this. I found the original coat, not the empowered ones. I found the cowl, I found the mark, but I could never find the claw and cleaver. And to get it now as a random quest reward both makes me happy and sad. Because now I can't use the old set, I've far out leveled it. Game, why do you mock me? Why do you mock me? I've never seen a flower quite like this, but it cannot be a coincidence. Dravis is still bitter after our last encounter. The note on the flower confirms that. I'll have to investigate further. Thank you for your assistance. You've been a tremendous help. I said I would make this worthwhile to you, and I intend to deliver. Here. A mighty weapon from another era. I hope it serves you well. I got some questions. Is Dravis really a threat to your father? I cannot say for sure, but he seems convinced that he is given his relentless pursuit. Our father was powerful, the most powerful mage I'd ever known, but Dravis has done some deplorable things in order to catch up. Okay. What will you do now? With Dravis traveling through the void, it is impossible to say where he will end up next. I have some ideas as to where he hopes to be, so perhaps I will find him there along with these mysterious flowers. Thank you for your assistance, but unfortunately I'll have to take it from here on my own. Are you sure you can handle him yourself? I've learned a few tricks of my own. That story about the Weeping Willow, it really happened, though I did not give you the ending. It was a drawn-out battle for our very lives, but in the end I had Dravis disarmed and the tip of my sword at his throat. Fortunately, he also learned a few things since we last saw each other. Dravis stunned me with a cloud of vile magic that I quickly worked to dispel. By the time the haze had lifted, he was gone, and his sword the only reminder of our meeting. Okay. Seem rather secretive about your father? He left us when we were still children and never returned, so I don't feel particularly protective of him. Honestly, there's so much misinformation out there, I'm not sure what to believe and what is myth. I know that he's a powerful mage and that he learned things about the arcane in his lifetime that most only dream of. He's also done some regrettable things in his day. things that Dravis now pursues. Regrettable things? When he taught us some rudimentary magic, he warned us of abusing it. In the past, he had used people, often unwillingly, as sources of power, even as conduits for his rituals. He did not hold anything back. He wanted us to know that magic is often ugly and can be misused in the wrong hands. Okay, never mind. Good luck, Dahlia. And it's not even an upgrade anymore. That really stings. That stings. But if I get more of the empowered version of this set, it will in fact be an upgrade, and that bugs me. That bugs me. Alright, we're heading north. Game, you mock me by giving this to me now. You mock me and I will not tolerate it. You're a scoundrel, game. You're a scoundrel? And you have no respect for me. Heh. Get that empowered set. I kind of want to. But I found the regular pieces. And then I ground for so long to try and find these weapons before. And now to get an empowered version of the weapon but none of the armor? Game is just mocking me. Scoundrel and a rotter. Of course. Couldn't just give me the portal free of charge. No, you had to make me fight for it.
That skill's not ready.
Ethereal missive. Hey, Ulgrim. Pleasure to see you again. Anything in here? Cultists!
That skill's not ready.
Any other cultists? Want to have a little conversation? No? Y'all are done now? Good. I'm gonna go talk to Ulgrim, and then we'll probably end the stream there, because it's been nearly 4 frickin' hours. Holy cow, I got sucked into this. Okay, Ulgrim.
Well, here we are, Malmö, the center of industry in the north. Or it was before it all went down the slit hole. Would have been far too much luck to have the bridge down and waiting for us.
So what do we do now?
Not to worry. There's an old sewer outlet not far from here, just down to the west by the river. It was a popular route for smugglers bringing contraband in and out of the Candle District. Now it will serve as our way in. No royal carpet for us. With any luck, we'll run into some of these survivors you spoke of. Take the lead.
Okay, well, we're not doing that today. Come on, guys. Put the drawbridge down. I'm nice. Let me in. The bleeding sword is nothing. Don't mind that. There's no harm in that. I'm harmless, right? Right. All right. That's where we end it. So, I want to thank you all for coming today. It was nice having people to talk to while I played. I hope you've enjoyed the game. I hopefully didn't blow out anybody's ears when we hit those lovely lovely overlapping sound effects, particularly when I used Ring of Blades. That, I know it deafens me. I don't know what it does to you guys. Particularly where I've adjusted the volume to be louder here. I don't know how you guys feel about that. Hopefully it's been good. Nobody was complaining, so I'm going to assume it was good. The next stream is going to be on Twitch. It should be more of Gal Guardians. We've gotten quite a bit done, but there's other endings we haven't unlocked that I would like to unlock. So a lot of this stuff, the secrets that we found before, also hide other secrets once you've beaten the game. Yeah. And so I kind of want to do that. The next stream after that, of course, will be on Thursday. I don't know what we're going to do on Thursday. I need to think about that. There is a chance it'll be more Gal Guardians, depending on how much we get done on Tuesday. Next Sunday, I have some decisions to make. Now, I am traveling on this coming Saturday, which typically means I'm not going to stream next Sunday, but I might if I can get back in time. If I do, it'll either be... Actually, wait, no. I don't think the game I was thinking about streaming on next Sunday is going to be ready yet. So it'll probably just be Grim Dawn. Probably. If anything else, we'll finish up this particular act. We'll get through all of Malmouth. And then hopefully, we'll be in a good position to start the other expansions. We've already gotten a lot of this game done, but there's still a whole map we haven't touched. Just real quick, I'm going to go back to the game and just show you. So we have done... Vaguely remember doing Port Valbury. But we have done all of this. We've now done most of this. But we still have all of this. We have a whole expansion's worth of content that we haven't even looked at. So what may happen is we may move this onto Thursdays in the near future, and then we'll move the other game onto Sundays. We've already discussed what other game is, so I'll just flat out say it. Baldur's Gate 3. I have every intention of streaming my playthrough of Baldur's Gate 3. So that's probably in early August going to take the place of Grim Dawn. Grim Dawn will probably move on to Thursdays. I'm thinking that's how that's going to play out. So I think that's everything. Hope you all have a wonderful evening, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.